Hi guys, Grayson McGraw, Case Study Paranormal, here with episode 2, the Cripple Creek Outlaw and Lawman Museum. So we told you guys whenever we were going to go down there and do this episode that we knew it was a seriously intense location. I mean, we had been there many times before, and every time we had gone, crazy things had happened, and that's why we wanted to bring you guys there. So the night we were there, we had a lot of weird stuff happen, a lot of electronic failures and anomalies and things like that happening. So we did know that there was activity going on around us the whole time we were there, for sure. But never did we expect to find what we found when we got home and actually reviewed the audio. So, look for that. That's a little teaser in this episode. But keep in mind, sometimes we don't hear everything when we're on an investigation. The cameras and the audio equipment that we use have a much wider frequency range than our ears do. And so we get home and we play that stuff back, and sometimes we're shocked. And this is definitely one of those occasions. So get your popcorn ready, sit back, buckle up, enjoy this one. I think it's pretty awesome. Be sure to like and subscribe. Look for our new stuff coming out. We're going to some crazy locations, and hope to see you guys out there.
Cripple Creek is still the undisputed greatest gold camp on Earth. Robert Womack, a man with some mining experience, discovered gold in the area that became Cripple Creek in 1891. As with all mining towns, Cripple Creek entered into a slow demise shortly after the turn of the century. Many of the old buildings sat empty for decades. During those idle years, Cripple Creek rebounded somewhat, and personalities abounded in the form of spectral apparitions. Folks would talk of seeing a ghostly figure in a window. Stories were whispered of doors slamming and objects moving when no one was in the room. Were these anomalies actually visitors from the past? Soon, many in the community came to believe Cripple Creek was the most haunted city in the state. Cripple Creek and Teller County have an unbelievable history of ghoulies, ghosts, goblins, and things that go bump in the night. Science, paranormal investigators, and physics cannot explain the realms of the hereafter or provide a logical explanation of ethereal beings. But history and storytelling can bring a certain symmetry to the possible existence of a third dimension, and we must not discount the advancements in audio recordings, digital photography, and electronic devices often used when encountering the unknown spirit world. Paranormal investigators, as well as the simply curious, continue to trek to this fascinating gold rush town in the hopes of, perhaps, catching a fleeting glimpse of an apparition or the sound of a long-deceased soul.
All right, my man. So the Outlaw Lawman Museum, back to the jail.
Yes, sir. It's been a while since we've been here.
It's a cool place, though. I think every time we've been here, something crazy has happened.
Yes, we've definitely gotten evidence every time we've been here.
Remember the time that whichever female investigator that was down in the ice room and all of a sudden got nauseous and wound up running out? We were going to stay the night, and the other investigator was going home, and she ran out. Were you there that night?
Oh, yes.
She ran out and caught the car?
Caught the car leaving.
Yeah.
She get the ride back. Yeah.
Driving down Main Street.
Yeah.
And she was fine right before that EVP session.
Yes. Well, I remember the first time we were there, and we were setting up cameras, and I was setting up some cameras, and I could just hear someone that sounded like walking around next to me, and then when I turned the power on the camera, caught a bunch of orbs flying around me, that I was unaware of, but you guys were all watching it on camera.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those places where you feel like someone walked in the room with you, and you'll start talking to somebody and then turn around and no one's there.
Yep.
It's more like the ghost mess with you more when you're by yourself, you know. I know I've gone like when we've stayed in that one room with the big steel door when we stayed the night in there.
Yes.
I've gone back in there to get equipment that I've left in there, and that's when they mess with me. Not when we're all in there, but like when I go back up there by myself, you know, is when I seem to notice them.
Yeah, they want that one-on-one.
Right.
Well, solitary confinement's always been a pretty active spot where we caught a lot of EVPs, and just strange things have happened.
And the matron's room, that room with the rocking chair,
yes.
where the lady doesn't like people to sit in the chair, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, I've had experience with doing that before, and she definitely does not like that.
So we'll definitely do the matron's room, solitary confinement, the ice room, you know, at least a couple of EVP sessions down in the basement. And, you know, that big cell that's on the same level as the matron's room, that
Yes.
one seems to be pretty active, you know, around the corner.
Yeah, both of those, definitely.
So we have a good, you know, 5 or 6 different places to do sessions. But when we were trying to think of places for this endeavor that would be really cool and really active to do, this is definitely one that we knew we needed to include, because, like I said, every time we go there, it's something.
Well, yeah, it never disappoints.
No. Even when we do events there, you know, with
Yeah.
30, 40 people. I know that one time it was completely quiet during a EVP session, and you could hear it sounded like someone bouncing a ball, and no one was bouncing a ball, and just like everybody heard it during the session. And you know, a lot of times prisoners will do that, like in solitary, they'll have like a little racquetball or something to play with in there.
Yeah.
And that's what it sounded like.
Hi guys, we're here at the Outlaws and Lawmen Museum with Michelle Roselle. Just wanted to sit down with you for a few minutes if we could, find out a few things about the jail and yourself.
Sure.
How long have you been with the jail?
I've worked for the city of Cripple Creek for 14 years. Yeah.
And you've been at the jail the whole time?
I've always managed it, but I'm not here full-time anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And this jail is what, 130 years old? Is that right?
125.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long was it actually in commission as a jail? I know it's been a museum for a while, right?
91 years.
Jeez.
It was open as a jail.
And it served how big of an area? The whole county?
This is a county facility, yes.
Wow, that's amazing. In its heyday, how many prisoners or people would be jailed here at one time?
So I think I looked at the year 1905, and that was pretty much during the really busy time,
Sure,
the mining
the gold
time.
rush.
And the average was 50 men a day. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, and it's a little facility.
Right, exactly. Now, what's it like being in this jail alone? Like having to like open it up or close it and being in here alone? What's that like?
Some days it's quiet, and some days you know somebody's watching or following you or whatever.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Now you get a lot of paranormal teams come through. A lot of people do investigations. I know the
Yes.
Ghost Adventures crew came through.
Yeah, we've had from the whole world. Actually, we've had Australians come over. Yeah, it's been really interesting.
Australians even.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the wildest piece of evidence that you know of that a paranormal team has got while they've been on investigation? Craziest thing that's
actually,
happened.
and it wasn't even a paranormal group. It was we had the actors from the Butte Theater, which is our repertory theater that's here in town. And after season, they used to come over here and we would just do a ghost hunt for them. And so they came over. Their energy is huge. Their energy is so good. It really stirs up everything. So
The theater people you're talking about?
yeah, yeah.
Well, I've been around theater kids, so I can
Yeah.
only imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So towards the end of the evening, we were getting stuff all night long. You know, I mean, I got kicked out of the main cell block. I was listening to a shack hack, and I was called a B. And so I left. Shortly after that is when it happened. I'm just kind of standing over in the gift shop, and all of a sudden there's this scream. I mean, full-on scream. And so one of the actresses saw a full-body apparition step out of solitary confinement and lunge toward her. And she was freaked out for at least 30, 45 minutes.
And what type of event were they here for?
Just for fun.
Oh, just like
We were
touring,
just for fun.
doing some kind of like event.
Yeah, we were
That's
doing it for
amazing.
them. Yeah.
I bet that did scare you.
She was messed up for a while. She
That's
has never
awesome.
come back to this building.
That's awesome. Now, as far as the people that were jailed here that you know of, people that were in prison, you mentioned back in 1905, what's the coolest prisoner story that you know of, or somebody that was jailed here?
So it's actually a sad story. Her name was Olga Knutson. She had an 8-month-old baby. Her and her husband was a minor. They were living over in Victor, and she started kind of getting paranoid. And her husband would come home and she would be like, the sheriff was here today. He's coming to take me to jail, you know, just freaking out. Well, she became violent, so they took her over to the hospital in Victor. She became more violent. They had to force feed her, brought her over here because they knew she pretty much just cracked. So they brought her over here. We're still trying to force feed her. And the night before, or actually it was the night after, she went to the courthouse and was adjudged insane. So they were going to send her down to Pueblo. She kind of had a meltdown, and so the matron called a physician. The physician came in, gave her a dose of something to calm her down, and she ended up dying.
Oh,
Yeah.
here at the jail?
Yeah, here
Oh,
at the
that's
jail.
terrible. What year was that?
I think it was 1906, somewhere in there.
Now, did she die in the like the women's ward up on
Yes.
the second floor? She
Yes.
did. And Olga was her name.
Olga Knutson.
Wow, we'll try to reach out to her tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of groups have tried to reach out to her. Like I said, I thought it was kind of sad. And a lot of people say, oh, it's postpartum depression. And so I actually asked a physician, I said, it's not depression, she was paranoid. And it's actually called postpartum psychosis. Of course, they didn't know what that was back then. But
That's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Really tragic. Well, let's end on a better note. Didn't a boxer come through here or something like that? Wasn't there a boxer jail?
Mr. Jack Dempsey.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
What was he jailed here for?
Petty theft.
Petty
It was
theft.
in December. He stole a gentleman's overcoat. He was a poor young man at the time, and so he admitted his guilt, and he spent, I think it was 30 days in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a decent little stint.
It is a nice little stint.
Yeah. Okay, well, cool. Well, do you have any advice for us before we start investigating the jail or anything?
The spirits here are very intelligent. They're very interactive. They know how to use the equipment. But we don't antagonize them. We treat them respectfully, and so that's my main
That's
thing.
always advised.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time.
Of course.
Appreciate you sitting down with us tonight. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in. Have
Thank
fun
you.
tonight.
Awesome.
So there's a couple ways you can let me know that you're here. I have a ball set up on the bed. I have one next to me on the table. There's a device out here in the hallway. If you just walk past it, it'll let me know you're here. Or you can make a noise for me. Olga, are you here? I'll give you a chance to let me know if you want me to leave. If you want me to leave, can you turn one of these balls on? It'll just start flashing. Let me know that you want me to leave. Can you do something for me?
The light went off. I saw a flash to my right. I don't know what that was.
You're right.
Yeah, I thought I saw a flash. I'm not sure. Thought it was that motion thing.
It's not on. So that's been what's happened before. Something very similar to that. So the first time I was ever here, I set up a camera system down here. After setting up the cameras, we had 3 female investigators. They came down, they set up in the area back over there, and I think I just got touched. But I had come down the stairs to fix something on the cameras. When I came down, they saw me. They asked if I had just come down the stairs, or they thought I was already down here, because they heard somebody distinctly come down the stairs. During the time before I came down, they were being whistled at, almost like catcalled in a way, and then I was getting a weird feeling of back in the corner, and all I said was, I feel like there's something back there in the corner, and a disembodied voice came across our recorder saying, yeah, come here. I'll never forget that. So because of that, I'm a little weary about going to that back area. But down here is extremely active. And I seriously feel like I keep getting touched constantly on my arm. Like my hair is standing really bad, but I keep feeling like something is touching this arm.
Huh.
So we've set up one of our cat balls in here, see if I can get that to go off. We have one time before caught what sounded like a growl in this area. So hopefully I don't catch that this time, but we'll see.
And when I was here in 2018 on investigation with you guys, it was with a group, and yeah, there was a loud growl behind me. From this room we're standing in right now.
And I believe that was probably the one that I'm referring to, because I've only known of it happening once that I've been here. Set this up. Oh, I just caught something.
What'd you get?
There, like the corner of my frame, something flew across the air, like right by this pipe up here. So that's about 6 minutes and maybe 10, 15 seconds into this.
Did I just catch someone?
I heard a female voice. Did you hear that? I don't think it was on the spirit box. It was in the air. It was very faint.
Oh, there was something else. Saw something else. Oh, right here, right in front of me, right in front of me. Oh my god. That one I got for sure. Who's down here with me?
By this pipe?
The reason I know that was an orb because it was going across the room, changed direction, and came back towards me,
Oh yeah.
and went past me.
Do I keep seeing the same person? Oh, there it is right there. Like, did you see that? Oh, there it is right there. Like, it was like fluttering. Whoa, 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 whoa. 2 or 3 distinctive orbs just shot up right in front of me. On the other side of this little doorway. Whoa, there's another one. That was a slow moving one. It was real quick.
Making sure that we're on here. Okay, we should put these here by the ice room while we're all the way over there. We'll kill the lights. I think that's a separate light, so we should be good to turn these off.
And you
Walk through those and see.
and you don't have a camera on these or anything.
Oh, good. Yeah, there they go.
You don't have a camera on them.
No, we should be able to get those lights from. We won't go too far. Maybe over here by the pole. Hey, look, there's chairs.
That was the one I sat in.
I'll take this, baby. This chair is so cold it feels wet.
I peed on it. I had a bladder issue earlier.
Talking to anyone that may be in here with us, I'm Grayson. This is Greg. Just came to visit with you, meaning no disrespect. Soon we'll leave you in peace. I have this device I'm going to turn on, and it's going to be a little loud, but I should be able to hear you if you have anything to say. So please speak up. Please come visit with us.
If you would like, if you don't feel like coming close to us, there are lights on the other side of the basement, away from us. Can you show us how much energy you have? Whenever you're ready. Again, guys, we know that you're here. There's no need to hide. I understand this is your place. We're leaving soon. Olga, if you are here, can you please just give us a sign? I hope you're at peace now. I'm sorry about what you went through.
And I was zooming out. There was something like a mist or something that formed
Oh yeah,
and disappeared. I'll have to look at that.
that's interesting. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for letting us visit with you tonight. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you visiting with us. We'll be back.
So Ryan, you were talking about some stuff going on.
So I've set up some trigger objects at the end of the cell block, and I got those set up. Turn out the lights. Come over, grab the spirit box, and as I grab the spirit box and I close this door right here, I hear almost like a click type noise, and then I acknowledge and said, "What was that?" And then right after I said that, I heard a loud noise either on the stairs here or on one of the cell blocks right behind me. So now I'm starting to get a few odd noises and possible things coming through the spirit box. So that was only within the first minute of the investigation, so of the session. So go back in there.
Oh, see what we can catch on camera, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah. See what we've caught already on audio.
Whoa! Dude, that's what I'm doing. Dude, you didn't just see that? There was something right in front of me. I mean, it was like doing all this weird shit in front of me, but it looked like another, like I've been catching a lot of fucking orbs on this. And it came up in front of me, it was doing all this weird shit in front of me. And I went,
Orb ones?
yeah.
Grayson, solitary confinement. Outlaw Museum. I'm talking to anyone and they'll be here with us. I'm Grayson. I'm just going to visit with you. Please don't hide or be shy. I know that you're here. Nothing I have can hurt you. I would just like to speak with you if I could. Whenever you're ready to come close, this light on the floor will light up. Let me know that we're here. Or you can even speak and I'll hear you. This box that I'm holding, you can hear your voice. And understand this is your home. Soon I'll leave you in peace. Can you please come close and give me a sign that we're here? Is there anyone that was in solitary in this still box? Are there any minors here? You saw that you guys were locked up for some pretty stupid stuff. And riding a horse too fast through town. Guys, I don't have too long. I'm just here to learn about you. Find out if you have a message.
Okay, guys, I turned that off, so this is your chance. If that was bothering you, feel free to come close. But I can't hear you now, so you'll just have to make this light light up on the floor to let me know that you're here. Can you give me a sign that you're here with me? I heard that. Was that you? Who's in here with me? You making noise? You really want to make a noise with me? Can you hit the side of one of the cell blocks? Or knock on it?
Just when we're not filming, you said your channel was running?
Well, so this was running, the recorder was running right next to where I was at. Those two cameras down there have been running on those balls, and the one camera's been running just fine. So I don't know if that room had something to do with the camera. Because I know those batteries were, all three batteries were fully charged.
Who's in here with us?